let me play all of this song, right?
All right.
I'd send it for all it, like before.
Yeah, since October.
All right, so I'm playing it through the speaker. I don't know. Audio tell me if I can hear it through the speaker.
What are you doing, Josh?
Huh?
What is Josh doing?
You feel it unbelievable. You see me in a white shirt, thing that's a gun to the dogs. And baby, when you bound to be wrong. Cause the air not turning ready. When it's time out that you're ready. Long time. I've been waiting for a long time. You say you had the best wine. Been waiting for a chance to test you out. I heard that you love to run your mouth. Talk you a talk on the internet.
Boop, just a little preview.
I like that flow coming in.
Boy, that's a bad track, son.
I like the flow. I like the flow that coming in there. So what? That's your new release.
Yeah, that coming out Sunday. Well, when this episode airs, it would have been Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but trust and believe, all they will make people have Tabanka for Carnival.
Well, they have it already.
CJ, you and the rest of them on the rhythm.
Yeah.
That's a real groovy track.
Yeah, I like the rhythm.
Yeah.
I never play Carnival, but
Yes.
yo, what going on?
Hey boy, you're trying to deaf people up.
Yeah, don't want to be right up in the mic, so
I am sorry.
And he loud with his big bass voice.
Bass voice, yo.
You are now tuned into your wifey's favorite podcast. Can't say this twice.
Yeah. I ain't subscribing to that. I wonder what he was not going to be. My wife favorite podcast.
My wife. Your mad? Yes, fellas. So, welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 4.
Yeah, let's just hail up everybody who've been liking,
you.
subscribing.
Thank you for all the support. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate
We
it.
appreciate that a lot. A lot of good feedback.
Yep.
Keep the topics and questions coming in. It helps a lot.
It does.
Yeah. So, speaking of topics, so a friend of ours, we all know her. I don't know. She wants to be named, so I'm not gonna.
She's
say her
somewhat
name.
famous.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they hear the voice, they may recognize because she's always on the radio.
Yeah, that is all.
She verified or?
Blue check mark.
Locally, yeah. Locally,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
You know, Instagram behind time. So she sent a voice note to me on WhatsApp, and I think we should discuss it. So let me play it. Let me make sure this is the right one.
As the DJs will say, send on.
Y'all next video, I want y'all to talk about being attracted to a female, right? I would like to know how y'all view being attracted to a woman, because it have females out here that's very insecure, very, very insecure, and stuff like having sex with the lights off and shit like that, because they don't want the guy to see them like fully naked and all that shit. I want to know what are y'all thoughts on that specifically.
All right, so that would have been a lot of information all at once, but I think we could.
That's deep, boy. That's deep.
I think we could give a good insight on it.
I have an idea of how we can break this down. Male attraction.
Let's hear it.
All right, so
we'll have to break it down in parts, though, because I guess our perspective, and then we should probably touch on a guy's perspective in relation to like insecure women and how they feel about their bodies. So let's start with your idea, and then we go dive into like the other stuff.
And we will expound on it.
So what we look for in a woman? Well, what we would find
just a guy's perspective of.
CJ, you need to allow me to share screen.
Oh,
So, guys, my idea is those who are listening to the
How I-
podcast
how I do
would
that?
probably not see it, so I'll try to be as descriptive as possible.
How I
So
doing
the
that?
idea is I'm gonna have
how I doing that?
green settings or something. I don't know.
It should.
When I try sharing, it says host
see,
disable
like,
participant screen
Okay,
share.
okay. Multiple parties. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the idea is a Glen Spring water bottle, right? A 1.5 liter bottle. Well, I guess you all know it. If you don't know
the
it,
size don't really matter, but
the size don't matter. But for those,
The size do
I
matter,
just want to give a
apparently, to
visual. I just
Female
want to
said
give
that
a
size
visual for the
matters.
people that are listening. So imagine the 1.5 liter Glenelg bottle or any water bottle, right? This water bottle is a container for attraction. So different things that attract a man to a woman. There's three points on this bottle. All right. There's one here, and this would be, let's say, where's the texting? I forget how to use Paint.
yeah, who uses
Alright.
paint, man?
I don't know. That's primary school thing.
Fact.
This is hookup. All right, hookup will be here. All right. The next one will be relationship. All right. Relationship. All right. And the third one would be marriage, which should be the goal if you're dating seriously, I guess. Not everybody wants to marry, but
Well, that's true. That's true.
Not everybody.
we're going on the premise of everything is perfect here. Perfect guy.
Nah, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Right, but as much as we could possibly control
Okay.
is going to be on the better side. All right.
Okay.
So let me know if you all agree with this. Okay. In the bottom here, from the bottom to the hookup line, that's going from the bottom of the bottle
So
to the top.
maybe you should put in bracket dating.
Where?
For
There.
Well, dating gonna happen between hookup and relationship now. And
But
let me tell you my idea, right? So my idea is from the bottom to hookups line, men are attracted to the physical. Right? We see you one time. Depending on the guy, he may put more emphasis on ass, maybe ass man. He may put more emphasis on face or breasts or the sound
On
of
the
a girl's
face, man.
voice. Some men are really into girls' voice, some men are into long legs and stuff, vice versa. So all of that will take you up to hookup. All right, so you see something you like, say, okay, yeah, that girl could get it. Right?
She
At
get it
this
deep.
point, this point is where most girls, some girls may be insecure about showing their bodies to a man. Because I mean, she doesn't really know him that well. I won't advise you to hook up here, but to each his own. If you hook up here, most likely you'd be hiding and want to keep off the light and so. All right. But let's see you hook up here.
Unless she's just okay.
Unless she's really confident. But anyway.
Yeah, that too.
And there are those also. Between hookup and relationship is where the guy would want to spend time with you, learn about your personality, y'all share different interests. He'll take care of his friends and stuff like that. And yeah, dating. That will happen between here. So what would bring you from hookup to relationship is basically your personality, how you relate
And
to him.
dating doesn't restrict you from talking to other females.
Yeah. I mean, when you get closer to relationship,
Yeah,
is
then
when you
get
have
into,
that conversation about
commitment
exclusivity
and whatnot,
and
yeah.
yeah. All right. So between hookup and relationship, what are we looking at? The attractiveness to your personality,
Correct.
basically. right, between relationship and getting married or the wedding is what takes most of the time and is where most people fall short. Right. So in relationships, you're looking at the femininity of the girl, whether she can submit. A lot of girls have a problem with that these days, but we're not talking about problems because we're talking about guys, so I won't mention that. But femininity,
but no,
agreeable.
talking about that from our perspective is what they trying to, I guess, hear.
Accomplish.
So
Or-
why?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so things like that is what we find more attractive. Your willingness to be
Oh, yeah.
submissive and
Agreeable.
agreeable. Because what I think a lot of women or people in general, because I'm sure a lot of guys are guilty of this too. You also have to remember that at that point between relationship and marriage, right? Yeah, you may be in love with this person, you may love this person, but
But
all you're fighting all the time. All you can agree on anything. It's always a tug of war, but you're holding on to it because you think that love is all it takes, and the reality is it's not. So that's why you find a
But-
lot of guys, even though we could say, yeah, we love you, it's easy for us to say, you know what, this relationship ain't making sense, because naturally we wouldn't want to be uncomfortable. Women are a lot more tolerant of being uncomfortable. Men, on the other hand, we, especially when we always wrong, you really don't. It's not a enjoyable. Then you're making the relationship kind of like.
But going back to where CJ added the word love, a lot of times we make the big mistake and call every feeling that we have towards a person, we call it love, and it's not always love.
Facts.
But it's most times just you trying to be comfortable with the level you at with a person, and you call it love, even though it's not love. You think it's love because what you agree on certain things, and maybe you get sex.
Or things
But-
nice. No.
Things nice, basically, things nice, but it's not always love. Sometimes it's just convenience for the moment.
And sometimes y'all are good friends. Or y'all get along really well.
Yep.
And I think me and Brad had this conversation because Brad has like a couple female friends who he has a lot of like really, really close female friends. And I was asking him like I was watching this one female some years ago. I was like, Brad, that's a real nice girlfriend. And he was like, nah, that's my friend. But I was like, yo, all the others go down so good. But I guess at that point in time, Brad knew what he would want from a female. And even though he was like really close with that particular individual, he knew that she didn't really meet the requirements of a person that he want to spend part of his life with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's a slippery slope, right? Because I wouldn't be friends with someone that we don't share similar moral interests. Like if I'm friends with you, just like you guys, we have similar moral interests. It's just that the
Right.
female friends are female,
Yeah.
right?
that's
But we
the-
still have the same sort of interests and so like that. But
But I don't know if you remember that conversation we had.
yeah, the thing with me and the differentiating my female friends from women that I probably have a relationship with is I don't know how to properly explain it, but there's just a line that I wouldn't cross. And I think that is good to keep that line for some females. They have some men, like they can't even have female friends because they're trying to bum their
Yeah. I remember you said that exact same thing. So I was like, yo, like, why? I mean, come on, she's real sexy. She has a real nice body. How come you ain't even trying? And it's like, bro, there are certain females that you just don't cross that line with.
Yeah, I
like you
think
just
they told me
have
the
to
same thing too.
understand to be friends.
Yeah.
And I was like I thought about it.
Because
I was like,
you
yo,
need those people in your
you
life.
need yeah, exactly.
Facts.
Because that's the only how you would really like as a
Pause.
male, you will
Pause.
really understand.
Pause. Big shout out to Amy, because Amy go watch this and say, I'm
We
one of her
become-
best friends. Yeah. She don't cuss
Actually,
about the
she not
picture
even
the
a,
last
she not
time.
even a friend anymore though. She not even a
That's like
friend
a
anymore. I
sister.
feel like
That's
she's like a
sis, yeah.
sister,
Yeah, facts.
basically.
Anyway, go ahead.
And no, I kind of lose my train of thought. But basically, yeah, we need them to understand females.
It
Like,
helps, yeah.
it's not easy figuring out everything
On your
that
own.
a woman wants.
Yeah.
You need females to help you, like,
feedback
you know,
and bounce.
knowing, oh, that time of the month she would have that. Yes, you would read about it, but speaking about it with another female,
Could give you a
makes it
better
way
perspective.
easier.
Yeah, facts.
You know how much times I know I've done it, gone to Amy and be like, yo, I had to get this gift, why you fine? Amy, I want to do this, why you fine?
And I'm
So
the
it
kind of
helps,
man.
it helps.
I don't like drama at all.
I don't
And
think
to
any
me,
of us like it.
yeah, to mess with one of my female friends like that, and then we break up or something like that,
Oh, man.
and then I can't have that
You
anymore.
can't be friends again. Yeah, that's.
We can't be friends again.
I think that's what I think guys need to start weighing. Like, what do
Is it
you
what?
value? What do you value more? Does this friendship,
friendship?
mean enough to you
Or-
to keep, or would you rather risk losing this friend?
For pum pum. For
Yeah.
pum pum, for sex, for pleasure. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense losing
a
that
lot,
female
a lot
friend.
of the time it doesn't, because you're
it
going solely off of a fleeting desire rather than, you know what, I'm really if you're really in love with this girl, then okay, I could understand you taking
There is
a leap.
the chance.
But
yeah,
but if you find that it's a physical thing, then in no way should you pursue it, because you're gonna lose a good friend.
Yeah. But what would you do though if one of your good friends confesses to you? Or would it not get to that point because they already set the boundaries from early on in the beginning of the friendship?
for that, my opinion on that would be, what I believe is that she would have at some point before you got to the stage where a conversation like that would become not uncomfortable, but it would kind of like make things weird. I think she would have expressed that before you
All
got
the
to
time.
that point.
Yeah, because remember,
That's just my
if you have
opinion.
if you have a childhood friend that's female, remember we're all growing, and what we are attracted to grows.
I mean,
Like, we have, just like men have things they are attracted to, like we're discussing here. We already segue from it, but we have to go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Women have
yeah.
things that they're attracted to, and that changes as they grow older. So while when you were younger, she may not have seen you
In that
or
life.
found you attractive, as she grows older and womanly instincts come in, and you're exuding the male
Confidence.
macho-ness,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
confidence, and she see that and she's like, I'm so close to him. I seen him with all these other girls. He
He's a
come and
great
ask
guy.
me about, yeah. Why not?
Wait,
Why am
remember-
I not with him?
Remember the saying, well, it's not really for a relationship, but you know when they say, mind the child till the child look like you, it kind of is like, you're with that person so much, it's like they start becoming to look like attractive to you because
I
you know
guess.
so much about them.
Yeah.
Like, you remember,
And I'm
it's
glad you
something,
said that.
it's like, it's ways about each other that would actually put you together from the
I'm
from
glad
the
you
jump.
said that. And that is the answer. The boundary.
Yeah.
Me and my female friends, we won't hang out as often as me and you guys would hang out. I would probably see
course,
my
of
female
course not,
friends.
yeah.
I would probably see my
Less,
female friends a quarter of the time
Facts.
Yeah.
that I see. We
'Cause
might see each other. We might go out. If we're going out for lunch,
It would-
a random lunch with my
Yeah.
friend would be
Because it would
happen once
definitely
every 3 months.
you would definitely grow
After a
feelings
while,
once
after a
you're
while, if you're spending a lot of time with that person,
yeah, it will start falling. You will start developing feelings.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that
It's the
and that
opposite.
is
It's the opposite sex. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know when they say birds of a feather flock together. I mean, you would not look for. I mean, everybody's good looking in gods in their own way.
everybody
God
has
crea-
something
God
attractive
created.
about them.
But I believe like your friends would be kind of a reflection of what you would look for when you're looking like the female friends. You will look, kind of be like what you would look for in a girlfriend or so
Of
on.
course.
So they would be good looking. So it's not like they would not be
you'll
attractive.
You'll find something attractive about them.
Exactly. So it's like you would develop some type of feelings for
I
them
think,
once you continue being around them for so long.
I've had a situation where somebody I would have been friends with for probably more than half my life, and there was not even a thought in my mind that, oh, this person liked me. And then one day she confessed her feelings to me, and obviously I felt a kind of way, because that's one of my best friends now. So
Yeah. How will you turn her down
and
and
then
not hurt her feelings?
yeah, like it's one thing turning down somebody you don't see in that light, that you're not that close to, but somebody that, she's a great person, she'd make a great significant other, but y'all don't have that connection. It's very hard to tell that
But
person,
sometimes,
yo, I ain't feel that way
sorry.
about you. But what I because of the openness of our relationship, I was able to say, look, the reality of the situation is, yes, I think you're all that on a bag of chips, but understand this. I am a very difficult person to deal with. A stubborn mad hard. I don't like being told what to do. I like to argue, all of
Friend
that
CJ
stuff.
is different from boyfriend CJ.
So me and you being friends, we would butt heads, but not in a relationship way. When we do get to a relationship section, it's you're not dealing with the same person. Remember that. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that's something
yeah.
you need to think about when you're pursuing it. So think about the times I would have confided in you in a relationship aspect, and think
That
if
ended.
if that's the person you want to deal with. And yeah, she was like, I ain't know. I say good, because we want to ruin
Better
this
think
friendship.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really difficult, like being having a girl as a friend, and then like they're just switching it up and saying, let's have a relationship, because most of the
try
time it would
this.
not end good. It would not end good.
It's very hard. It's very,
Yeah, it
very
would not
hard.
end good, because it would be kind of hard moving from the okay, she's my friend and I could confide in her with whatever it is because we're just friends, to okay, she's my girlfriend now and I kind of have to watch what I'm telling her because
Exactly.
she's not a virgin anymore. I mean,
Facts.
we're not saying that we have secrets, but it's just
Yeah,
that
yeah, but if I have an issue, if I have
certain
an issue with her,
conversations.
I can't talk to her
Who
about
do
the
I
issue the
speak to?
same way now.
Exactly.
I can't talk the
Exactly.
same way,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's a
Exactly.
totally different dynamic that I think a
Exactly.
lot of people don't really think about. But anyway, back to the topic
But I
of
still don't want people. Yeah, I still don't want people to feel like you can't like had
Be
a
friends
hookup
first,
and end up being friends, or even having a hookup and being friends after. You could do that.
it's possible. It's possible.
Everything is
You
possible.
could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
But
It's just a level of discipline.
to get back on track, to recap,
Yeah.
from nothing to hookup, purely physical, from hookup to relationship, personality, from relationship to wedding, dependability, agreeableness.
Personality,
'Cause-
morals.
Being able to
Yeah.
coexist.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Because
Because it's very important.
That's the thing. Remember when we were younger, we had girlfriends and so we used to find girls that argumentative and things sexy, and you have a little attitude and thing, and
We
that,
just
yeah, that's
slip
hot,
it, eh?
right? But going into marriage, no man wants to
When you-
come home
when
from
you
a hard
mature-
day of work
Yo,
And then
and be arguing with woman and thing.
no vibe.
That's not hot.
nah.
You come, you have on your resting bitch face from when you was outside,
Yeah.
and you,
we don't want to be chasing after a relationship. We want the chase, but in a sexual way.
a different kind of
Not-
chase.
Yeah. Because,
yeah.
I mean, the hookup part is basically saying,
I find
"Alright,
you attractive."
this is what I see, this is what I like. You meet the criteria for looks. Now let's see what you have up here and what your parents and your teachers had and your friends
who
have
are you?
instilled in you.
Who are you?
Now let's see what happens
What you're
at
made
the
of, yeah.
relationship level.
But let's
Because
go ahead.
because at a hookup level, you don't really need to have a conversation.
Exactly. It's just sex.
It's supposed to be just about boom, bang, bang, as I would say.
But so since you say that, and it's a good thing you say that, because I'm sure um, the person that's asking for the perspective um, would. So girls that are insecure, let's stick to the hookup and below stage, right? So girls that trying to understand our perspective of like attractiveness and what would make you approach a woman. What would be
Okay.
and obviously that varies from man to man, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think there should be some overlapping in a sense. I mean, at least for our circle, for sure.
Something that we would agree on.
On a lot of things.
For me, when I was part of the streets, I was,
Part of the streets?
I was never part of the
I was
streets.
there. I wasn't there. I was walking alone
But-
on those streets.
But well, Brad said it earlier. I'm a face guy, so I would pursue a female who has a beautiful face, and it's not the ass for me, it's not the breast for me, it's the face. So after the face is basically, let me hear how much this girl could talk, what she like. Let me hear what sparks her,
She
her
already
fire
appealing to your eyes.
to the eye, basically.
So the question now is, right? You've seen her. She passed the visuals test, right?
Visual,
So
right?
what would make you approach that woman from that point? What about her would
Right. So
make you
approach her.
approach
Just based on
her?
how she look.
again, because of the face, so
Not-
I would
not all the
approach her
time.
just on.
Not all the time, though.
Oh well,
'Cause-
okay, not
'cause
all
think
the
about-
time.
hold on,
but
hold
then,
on.
okay,
Hold on, because think about it, right? There's
but it has to be.
lots
That
of-
mean
there's
that
a-
mean you haven't seen a woman for a while, eh?
right. So the point I'm making,
I
is-
was talking on the
First time
like
seen
you
her.
just see her,
right. Even the first time, think about this perspective. As maybe it's just me, but I realize it's something that over time I realize I can't take that on. You see, I would see a girl and she looks well. I'm a booty guy, so I love to see that stuff. So naturally, once the booty is nice, it must be too big. It must be massive. But once he's nice, I will make a little look and be like, ah, yeah, that looking good, and the rest of the body is proper. But I wouldn't approach if you have a certain demeanor that's like you're excessively loud and constantly drawing attention to yourself. I've seen you 2-3 times and I'm hearing you before I see you,
I'm gonna challenge you on that one.
or you
You wouldn't approach, or you wouldn't let people know that you approach. Because you have some men, right?
they
Right,
walk
she
around
looking good and thing, eh? She looking good. She attracted to her, but she has some bad qualities, eh? He eat it.
yeah, of course.
I don't
Not
say
let
that.
nobody know that. But
course.
I don't say
let
nothing.
people know exactly. Right? We ain't talking about the wife in here. We just talking
I
about
know.
the
Yeah,
hookup,
yeah, yeah.
sex.
The hookup, the
I
hookup,
don't-
yeah,
you-
yeah.
yeah.
You, you, don't,
But
you,
just-
you being loud and
So
thing,
that's what I
that
was
nothing to
saying.
do-
So the hookup part is basically what attracts you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. She don't have to have the qualities of what you want for a wife.
But
she
you
don't
wouldn't-
have to
you
have the
wouldn't know.
qualities that you.
You wouldn't know from just
No, she don't have.
people
Okay,
don't know.
sorry for a wife, but relationship. She don't
You
have
still wouldn't
to
know.
have
You
that
still
quality.
wouldn't
No, because they just
wouldn't
seen
know.
her.
But you wouldn't know. But it's just from sight. So it's just that you saying,
But-
yeah, I want to go through.
And from that side, you're saying, yeah, she could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
from she could
it
get.
hits it now, and then y'all, let's say y'all happen to try and get to know each other more and then realize, yeah, this isn't happening. Then that
Well,
they-
right. So that would
Yeah.
be in the space between hookup to relationship. It would not be just hookup. Because I was speaking on the area of just hookup.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't need to have a conversation. You don't even need to say much for hookup.
Yeah, if
So
I like
once
you and
you
you
see
like
her-
me, and you want to give me a thing, give me a thing.
That's it. Right. So anything after okay, you go to a fit, you see a girl, you find she look good, you talk to her, things just happen, things play off. Boom, you get through. First time. Now, if you go back for a second time, then that means he has something else besides the attraction that
No,
pulling you.
Sex was
always.
good.
So not
Sex
always.
could have been fantastic.
Right. So no, it's not just the looks. It's no part of her personality. Because remember, sex is
part
part of her
personality,
personality. Sex has to be part of her personality because if she
True.
if she's kinky
Yeah, I
and
feel you.
thing, that's personality,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
basically,
true.
no, it moves from just attraction to personality. Now, if you continue going back, then what? Guess what? We
hope-
almost a relationship because now we basically dating. So
Then you had to have a conversation about exclusivity and stuff like that.
Well,
right.
Because you don't want to be wasting the woman time, right?
But
Well-
in that, but remember, it's some really short periods. It's not a week long. It's not 2
Where
weeks
you
long.
are, CJ
It could be a
saying,
couple days.
You seem to disagree.
yeah, I wouldn't. I agree to a certain extent. Like, you could have a friend with benefit.
Well, but that is a friend, so that means you already know her character.
All right,
you
fine.
already know.
Fine. A situationship if that makes you feel better. Because,
But
Well,
then,
what
but
we're
no,
talking
but
about is,
no,
right?
but if it's a situationship, you would have already left the hookup phase.
Yeah, between hookup and relationship.
I wouldn't. I guess, but it was more of the fact that you say like there's something beyond
Pulling you.
beyond just the sex.
The attraction.
Yeah,
That-
because
No, but remember-
it could be okay. She cool, but the sex, bro, the sex. yo,
Yeah.
anytime
Yeah,
she
but-
message me 5 o'clock in the morning, I could be sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm up.
But that means you know part of her personality. That's
Not
why I said
always.
it's
not
not.
always.
It's not.
I talk
Her
about
personality when it comes to
experience,
sex.
from
To
sex.
sex.
Yeah.
To sex. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nothing more than that though. It's nothing beyond that.
But that still proves the hypothesis correct. There's a period between hookup and relationship where certain things would either keep you in that space
Well, of course,
For
yeah.
sure.
or allow you to
course.
break out of that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So in terms of the girls that are not as confident with their bodies and so having sex
Well,
with a guy,
The
from my
truth to that, every woman has a sense of uncomfortable, like some part of their body that they're uncomfortable with. Whether or not we see it as, wow, it's a 10, they would think to themselves, nah, that's a 2
Exactly.
or a 5.
so basically it has nothing to do with men.
It has nothing to do with men. It's
Yeah, we know that.
them. It's their personal,
They know that.
their
they,
personal thoughts, their personal feelings towards whatever it is. Go
they
ahead,
know
sorry.
that too. They know that too.
But yeah, but she asking us like if about
No,
what we're
no.
attracted to, like if it's tied to it.
No, she was just saying.
How
that-
do we deal with it?
Not how we. No, I think she was just making light of. Okay, a lot of girls are
Like they don't know
insecure
what men are
about-
attracted to.
Yeah,
So
they kind of insecure. So like I would assume that it's those that maybe. So let's say the three of us lying in an umbrellas, and there's this group of girls out. Well, two groups of girls.
We talked
And-
about 2 years ago, yeah.
I just given a scenario. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hypothetically,
Hypothetically, here we're speaking. We're not speaking in any absolutes here. So we had umbrellas chilling. 2 sets of girls walking. One of the sets we know them. So they came. They say hi. They have a certain stature about them. They seem very confident, friendly, bubbly. They come. They say hello. They sit, talk to us. We're having a good time. The other group of girls tend to have a little more insecurity in them. They're looking at who you're attracted to and comparing themselves and thinking, I don't match up to that. So he wouldn't like a girl like me. I know a lot of girls that
But,
think like
but they're
that.
thinking we attracted to them. Because
yeah.
the girls just walk in. That's what
so
thinking.
that's how they kind of piecing certain things together. So they think that that's what what you like. So now they start judging themselves in comparison to without even knowing what you like, eh?
Yeah.
They automatically
But
start
then,
judging
but
themselves.
we cannot do anything about that because
Obviously not.
even though we go to them and say, "Yo, look, I really think you're attractive," and then they'll be like, "But why? Cause look, she nicer
Yeah,
than me."
that is.
But
This girl's so much more pretty than me. Why you like me?
but most of the times, let's be real. Like the gentlemen, the real men, we would be genuine when we say when we go up to our female and say, "Look, we interested." Most of the times, the fellas who do that would be serious. You would know. I feel like women always take the honest ones for granted, and those who lie, I don't know why they always fall in the trap. Because the traps just be always obvious. But you
Yeah.
always
To us,
know, like,
to us, it's obvious.
Us. Yeah.
well,
because-
I guess, yeah.
To them,
because
because
gender difference.
they don't really understand the way men think, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And what
they
trips
really
them up
don't.
is the guys that come to them and tell them what they want to
Want
hear
to
or
hear.
what
Wants
they
to hear.
think that
Yeah.
men think and not what men actually
No,
think.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the thing.
So, just straying off topic, but then that
Not
makes me
necessarily.
wonder. No, I'm straying off topic now.
Oh,
that
oh.
makes me wonder: is women the one that's hard to understand, or is it men?
That's
Both.
women.
Both.
It's
No, but
women.
both. It's all about perspective, really, eh?
Women like to assume and they always feel they know
Yeah.
about
yeah.
men. That reminds me of the Bilbo stand up where he said why he was asking a question about why so much great men do stupid things. Like rich
yeah,
and
yeah.
famous men do stupid things and risk it all on a stupid decision.
Yeah.
So he was saying that a woman wrote a book. No, he didn't say it was a woman, but he said someone wrote a book to try and address the topic, right? And it was actually a woman writing it. The topic of the book is why so much successful men are such pigs or something like that, right? You see, that's like a man writing a book about pregnancy, the third trimester, and what to expect.
Yeah.
You don't expect a man to know anything about that. So why are a man writing a book? Why are women telling men what they think
Yeah.
instead of actually just listening to the men and understanding from what the men say? Because men are not that complicated.
Nah. You
We're
know what?
visual.
But
You know what it is too? What I've realized is that so we would say something and that's all it is.
Yep.
There is no deeper meaning to it, but women will
Or-
read into everything unnecessarily.
and because they do that so much, sometimes they read into it so much and get something a different meaning.
That's
to
how
what
they
we
get
say.
to a lot
Opposite
of bro, it's crazy now. But I didn't say
It's
that.
annoying.
I didn't you know how much time I've had to say that, but that's not what I say. I had to say that
But
way
then
too many
it
times.
goes back to women being more emotional
than logical,
than-
yeah.
than-
They
than
don't take
logical.
things at face value enough.
No. They
I
don't-
like
they
you.
don't.
Well, you can't like me.
Why?
Why? I just do.
Why you like
so
me?
why you like
what
me?
about me? You like me?
Why you, if you ask
Yeah.
them the question, no,
Why you like
they would give you the same answer, you know, but to them it means totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not trying to sound sexist or anything.
We're
but
not
that is-
we're not bashing
Yeah.
any woman. We're just pointing out
We just
the
showing that there are differences in the
the
sexes.
differences that we've experienced. Obviously, a woman would
Yeah.
their perspective would be totally different to ours.
But they
So
shouldn't
back
tell
to-
us what we think.
Back to the water, the Canadian bottle. No, so let's move from hookup to relationship. Like, so what should they expect in a relationship?
Don't expect. Don't, there's
What
no,
different?
There's no. I don't. I hate the word expect.
Expectations.
Yeah, because it differs now. Like it's very hard to give a like a guide to say, well, this is what to expect because everybody is different. Everybody kind of every relationship has a lot of differences. So it's very hard to say, well, this is exactly what to expect. And I think that's where a lot of the lines are broken because television and these TV show hosts and this book would tell you this is exactly what to expect. If a man ain't doing this, he don't love you. And it's like, what? If
You
you're
know
not
what?
spending this on you, maybe I don't have the money.
I'm really happy you said that, and I'm really happy that it's us having this podcast because I've had the experience of seeing a whole relationship gone to the rebels because of the female expecting her boyfriend to be like another person. And that is always an issue.
That's
Like
crazy.
once you have a relationship where one of the persons looking at another, don't get me wrong, you can look at another relationship and say, I would like to pattern my relationship or be like that person or have my relationship like that person, but never fully fledged want to do exactly the same thing as the other relationship. Because what will work for me don't have to work for you.
It wouldn't work for you.
I might come home and want to eat bread and cheese. That don't mean Cleveland or Brad want to eat bread and cheese when they get home.
I want steak.
Aunt Alfredo one thing then.
Exactly. So from hookup to relationship, I feel like there's enough room for the both parties, the female and the male, to figure out, okay,
Not just figure
What?
out, but talk.
well, basically
communication.
talk.
'Cause
Like the last episode, we spoke about this.
She might have her expectations, but you don't know it. She
don't know
expecting
it.
this when it goes from, all right, we
Hook
up
up.
to we serious, but you have no idea. And in your head, what you doing is, adequate. But for her, she's expecting you to do this, this, this. But y'all have not had a conversation discussing what you want and expect from and in a relationship. And to all, you're just doing all your own thing. And eventually you get to a point where it's like you start fighting every day.
Yep.
She expecting some expensive brand of chocolate and you
don't
bringing an
even-
X bar.
You don't even taking me out and this and it's
Yeah.
like what? Where this for him, he's completely oblivious that
I
you
don't
feeling
know
that
you
way.
want to-
because it's like
I didn't know you like to go out like
I thought
that.
you wanted, I
It's
thought you like
six-
staying home and watching Netflix and
it's
cuddle up with me
6
on the
months.
blanket.
It's 6 months in. Why are now hearing that you really like going out? I thought you were like
And-
me and you like to stay in.
And the argument would go like, but
And it
maybe
wouldn't-
you don't know.
You should know
Maybe
that.
you don't know.
yeah. Which girl
should know that.
which girl do like to go out?
Yeah.
No,
Women
let's
should-
have a
men should know
conversation.
everything, eh?
Let's have a
You should
conversation.
know.
I mean, yes, there are some stuff that men should know. Like you should know certain things coming into a relationship.
There is no blueprint to every woman. So cut.
No. I mean, like the generic stuff. Like women love to be noticed on their birthdays. They love to feel love, right? But
I
like
take a different disposition. I say, find out what the woman like.
No. I'm saying like these things you would know. Okay, it's obvious. Everybody like their birthday, but I'm saying like you need to have a conversation and say, yo.
the person, yeah.
So tell me, do you like going to public places and having big dinners and so on? Because yo, hear how tricky this is. Imagine, well, this has happened before, but imagine you thinking your woman love crowded places and she like to be the center of attention, and you go and propose in the middle of town, expecting her to
Everybody.
say yes. Guess what will happen? She gonna say no because why? She don't like crowds.
Yeah. You put her on the spot. She don't
you,
like it.
You want exactly. So you want to have these conversations before.
Yeah.
Before-
Before you
Like-
get into that point and not know that about your woman, though.
Yo, that's crazy.
Boy,
Boy,
it happens.
It has happened.
It happened.
Maybe
I have
not that
seen-
specific situation, but them kind of thing does happen.
But look at how much videos we've seen online where fellas
Yeah.
getting left in the mall and thing. What you think happened?
Yeah.
They together. The man feel like, yo, well, I
She
find
go
it's
like-
time for me to pop the cushions. She
go
go
like
like that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's basically, nah, but what is man doing, boy?
I don't want everybody
So
to
it's-
know my business. I don't want to be on the spot.
You understand? And literally, as Cleveland said, like some women really love to be private. And
Yeah.
these days, I notice a lot of Grenadian women going that route. I don't know if it's because
a lot more.
And Grenada's so
they're a
small.
lot more.
Yeah.
It's
No,
better
but
to do that.
before,
I feel like that's one of the big reasons why, because Grenada's so small, it's very easy to know everything that going on in somebody's relationship because
and
everybody knows somebody.
deal
And
breaker.
people as people
Deal
as
breaker.
talk. People
And they
as
like to
talk.
input themselves in people
Oh,
relationship.
my goodness.
Boy, and you know there's real sugar and coloring
Yeah,
and thing.
I did one thing to it, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Real
Oh,
flavor.
I see Josh talking to a girl along the road. They dated? No. The girl walking, she waiting. Boy, she come with in the car?
As
Yes.
Black and say, once you talk to one girl twice,
deal with she.
you're there with she.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, so the relationship, the bracket between hookup to relationship is where you get to know the person.
Yeah.
Where you
Find out
I
as
mean,
much as possible about this person because
you could
you had to
never
live with
know
that person,
everything. But yeah.
as
yeah.
much
As
as
for insecure girls, I suggest that you wait until this time when you know the guy more before you have sex with them. That would help with your insecurity and turning off the lights
Well-
and stuff like that.
Well, yes, but I would suggest even before engaging in anything
Did you get married?
that you no I mean yeah. marry before you have sex. because all of us here, the three of us here, Josh is the only one that has had sex, yeah.
Yep,
Say it.
Yup.
officially.
But I would say, women, if you're insecure about something, you got to work on that before you
It's a meeting. It's a me fix.
yeah. I think
It's not a wait till you get with him to fix yourself.
yeah, because what you tend to do is now you're putting that
Pressure.
you're throwing that
Pressure.
onto him now, and you're adding pressure that
Pressure.
it's unnecessary. It's
Yeah,
not
it-
it's
it-
not
it-
good for
it's-
it's not good for a relationship at all. So I
At
would
all.
say work on self first. Get to a point where you're happy and comfortable with yourself, and you know yourself very well. Because a lot of the time, I feel like only certain situations kind of bring out a certain side of people, not just women, and then you're now scrambling to figure out why you feel the way you feel in that kind of situation. So I think it's important to, I mean, you can't avoid it, obviously, but it's important
Know
to know
yourself.
yourself. It's really important, especially if you want to go from a hookup, like the hookup stage, to a relationship. It's very important because you're gonna be butting heads a lot if you
Yep.
and that's not where you want a relationship to be. I mean, you don't have work stressing you, other things in life stressing you, and your relationship should be something that you enjoy and
Find
you
peace.
you find peace in it. I don't think it's you had to work hard on it, and it could be stressful at times. It will be perfect, but it shouldn't be 90% of the time you're stressed because of the relationship, but you're holding on to that little 10% because, well, I love her. I find that's happened a lot. I've done that shit, and I
I have
would
nothing else to add after
I would
that.
never-
I
I
think
would never do
you
it again.
you summed it up perfectly.
I hope we answer the questions properly.
I hope so.
Can we real
Yeah, but-
segue?
Let me not leave. Add. Don't forget to add communication. Like you need it. Like
It's very
just
important.
All the time.
Talk,
yo.
talk,
Just talk. Just talk.
and listen.
Why you feeling good?
And
Why you fine?
listen.
He talking to that girl too much? Tell him, yo, I really don't like the way
I'm
you're
not
talking to that
comfortable.
girl so
Yeah, I'm not
often.
comfortable.
Don't come and tell me. You gotta stop talking to that girl.
Yeah, don't did
You
mind.
don't walk so.
Don't did mind it.
You don't walk so.
Men don't really like ultimatums,
Yeah, I hate it. Why would you give me?
Don't really like. We don't like it.
but we hate it.
I hate it. If you tell me I have to do this or this, I will pick what's better for me because
Slavery done.
because
Slavery done. Don't be no
Because-
massa.
because then you're making it seem like you have all the power. I have no say. And
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, yeah.
which guy that, maybe there are some guys that like that, but I could tell you for a fact I do.